It's real hard having to go from house to house and not really having a stable place to be. The home life was a little stressed, a lot stressed, because we didn't really know where we was going to be going the next day, from day to day. It was just going from place to place.
They may not have electricity, they may not have heat, they may start cutting back on food so they can try to pay the rent. They may end up staying with different people, and ultimately they may end up in a shelter.
The first day I got in the shelter, I remember going there and I was scared to death. I don't think I slept for the first week I was there. I just stayed there with my daughters and just watched them sleep to make sure that they were okay. Victoria didn't take it too well. She got angry. She went from anger to depressed to like she didn't really care.
Some families do end up entering shelters, and one of the key features of the Family Stability Initiative is to make sure that they don't stay there long, because living in a shelter is no place for a child.
The day I was told I was moving here, I didn't care if I left anything there. It felt good because I could be back with my husband, my kids could be with their father. It just felt like I got my life back. You know, it felt so good.
So the shelter diversion program helps families immediately by moving them into apartments rather than having them go into shelter.
When we was going through the situation, I couldn't sleep, not without my family by my side. So a man should never give up on his responsibility, never. This is the only program that allowed me to be with my family, and it's a lot of other programs that women and children, they can just be together and men got to go somewhere else.
The Family Stability Initiative combines a set of resources, a group of participants in a truly unique way. First of all, it's very preventive, so it starts in the community. It starts with identifying people who are on the path to homelessness, whereas most housing programs come at the very end and people are homeless. So it's preventive, it's comprehensive, it addresses a whole array of issues that families may need, but it's also designed with each family in mind.
The idea of this program is that we work with them for a year. So they're paired with a case manager and spend time, one time a week, talking about goals and budgeting and things that the families wish to do with their children and their lives and their jobs.
If we were homeless, I don't think she'd be doing as well in school as she is.
Yeah. She's doing real good in math.
That's her favorite subject.
I think research shows that kids do better in school if things are going well at home. And so by having a place to lay your head at night, you don't have to worry about those sorts of things when you're at school, and so you can kind of just focus on the academics, which is tough enough.
All summer she's been learning how to read, and she's been going to camp, and she wants to go to school, and she wants to do her homework, and she really wants to go this year. She's real excited about going.
Oh, yes. Yes, and it's going to feel good when Friday comes to buy all their school supplies all at once and uniforms. A year ago, I didn't know how I was going to get their stuff for school to go back. I was barely working because I didn't really have a place for them to go, so I had to keep them with me. Sometimes I even had to take them to work with me, so it's a lot better this year.
We're working with families and children and students who are bright and innovative and hardworking and resourceful and resilient. And I don't know, they're teaching me that it's important to get up each day and work hard, and by using the resources around you, you can honestly achieve goals that you set.
I set a couple of goals for myself. To get bills paid promptly was one. Getting a vehicle was another one, so I'll be able to go back and forth to work. This right here is my car I just purchased about 3 weeks ago. My Dodge is a 2004 Dodge Stratus. You pay your bills and you know, have your own money, and you know, to be able to afford to get luxurious things like this. And I just love it.
some are old and some are new. Some are sad, some are glad. Guess what? And some are very, very bad, huh? Ta-da! Oh!